Hello to all my queers and dears, and welcome to the summer camp theme collaboration, organized by my friends in the Video Essay Library. Today, we're talking about It Takes Two, a 1995 film starring a very young Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen playing two strangers who look exactly alike and scheme to get their respective parental figures to fall in love in order to avoid some very unhappy endings for all. This film operates across a significant class divide, with one girl, Amanda, being an orphan taken care of by a lower-class woman who runs the foster home, and the other, Alyssa, being a child of a multi-millionaire. Yet despite having a father and being rich, Alyssa is extremely isolated. While despite her lack of a family, and her current mother figure Diane not being allowed to officially adopt her on her current salary, Amanda has a strong community. While many things conspire to link these worlds in this film, it is the language of baseball that is used to cross them emotionally. Baseball is America's favorite pastime, supposedly. I am not particularly a sports person, but that's what I've heard. I would personally argue that American football has taken the spot of the most American sport, but that's besides the point. Baseball still holds a deep cultural significance in America, and It Takes Two uses the cultural relevance of baseball as a touchstone for the grounded, middle/lower class experience. The first time we meet Amanda, she's actually playing baseball with the other orphans, so this automatically connects her and her community experience to baseball and the language of baseball. The film then returns to the cultural touchstone of baseball through language rather than visuals several times in a way that indicates the interpersonal focused, more play-encouraging community of the middle/lower class is separated from the intense isolation of the ultra-wealthy that Alyssa's father has fallen into since the death of his wife, who, as a teacher to everyday children, was previously a grounding force for him. They do this by creating a description of real meaningful love that explicitly evokes the language of baseball as a
can't eat, can't sleep, reach for the stars, over the fence, World Series kind of stuff?
This is the phrase Amanda, disguised as Alyssa, uses to challenge Roger on the woman he's decided to marry, and the phrase Diane uses to express her frustration at his clear interest in her while remaining engaged directly after they, quite simply, just have a lot of fun together. She makes him smile and he makes her laugh. For a brief moment, the fact that he's a multi-millionaire becomes irrelevant in the face of pure, joyous human connection, something that Roger simply does not have with his current fiancée, as she merely desires to use his personal fortune for her own frivolous wants. This pays off in the third act as Roger, when preparing for his wedding, recalls the feeling of a home run.
You know the feeling when it's bottom of the ninth, the bases are loaded, and you know the next one's coming right down the middle. And then you just connect. And for an instant, you know that it's going over the fence and out of the park and further than you could ever imagine.
Yeah, it's a great feeling.
And then he takes a moment to express in frustration and disappointment.
Clarice hates baseball.
This activity that grounds him and breaks through the isolation created by his wealth, and instead facilitates in him sincere joy and opens him to honest human connection in ways that he had run away from since the death of his wife, including even neglecting that kind of connection with even his own daughter. In the end, thanks to a bit of scheming and meddling from the girls, and a little bit from his own butler, he chooses the woman who understands what it feels like to him to hit a home run.
And it's a high fly ball
Over the left field wall.
Or, to put it another way, the grounded, community-connected, sincere, meaningful kind of love.